Authorities are back investigating after discovering another victim on the city's north side. Police have confirmed that it looks to be the work of the same individual that has been implicated in the previous 11 cases. With police baffled and the public paralyzed with fear, there looks to be no end to the madness. For more on this story and others, tune in tonight at 10 on Fox Now.
Someone there? Hey! I know you're in there. Really, Jason? You cannot keep doing this. Dude, I told you, we're over.
Oh, come on.
This is what I'm talking about. You're just not a good listener.
You try wearing this thing all day.
Whatever. Just finish up your laundry and get the hell out of here. You're such a creep. I'm telling your mom.
Oh, real nice. You know my mom's dead.
Alright guys, so today I wanted to talk to you about some cool new things PolarPro has coming out. Coming out today, actually, for their Basecamp and Summit Mapbox systems. They reached out to me a while back and asked if I wanted to try out some of the stuff, and since I'm a huge fan of pretty much everything PolarPro makes, I was like, hell yeah, I want to try it. I mean, their ND filters basically never come off my Mavic 2 Pro, and the same could be said for their variable NDs, which have become an essential kit piece of mine and so many others. And just so we're crystal clear, PolarPro is not sponsoring this video or paying me to say this or to say that. In fact, they didn't even require that I make a video about it. I just thought it would be kind of good practice. So I'm just here to check out this stuff, maybe show some test footage, and you guys can decide for yourselves what you think of it. So with that out of the way, let's get on with it. Alright, so quickly, this is the Basecamp system. It's the lightest system in its class, and it's priced right around $700 for the variable ND kit, which includes the 2 to 5 and 6 to 9 stop filters. It's considerably cheaper than the competition when you take into consideration that the cost of the other manufacturers' VNDs alone, in most cases, greatly exceeds that amount. Now, the build quality is tremendous, and the attention to detail shows why PolarPro has earned the fantastic reputation that they have. I'm not going to do a big breakdown and review of the system here today, but Gerald Undone has a fantastic video from about a year ago diving deep into all of that information. So I will link that up here somewhere if you guys want to check it out. Now, some of the reasons I really like this particular setup compared to others that I've tried is that it's completely toolless, which makes it super easy to set up and very quick to switch between lenses or cameras. I also really like that the filters are built into an aluminum frame, so you don't have to handle the glass or drop them into trays, which is a huge downside to some of the other systems out there. So until now, this was a 2-stage system with basically 4 filter combinations. It is a closed system, meaning that only PolarPro filters will fit. So I mean, obviously the one downside to that was you were limited to the small filter selection they had available at the time they launched. However, that's all about to change. Today, PolarPro is launching a fairly large update to the Basecamp ecosystem. It includes a brand new 3rd stage adapter, which is something people have been asking for since day 1. You will now be able to filter stack for a more precise composition and greater flexibility all around. They're also releasing a pretty large update to their filter lineup as well. This update includes new creative filters like the blue and gold Morphic, which mimics some of the characteristics you might find when using an anamorphic lens. They also have a few new diffusion filters available, which is what I am most excited about. These diffusion filters are the new Mist and Heavy Mist, and these will be available as standalone filters or combined with a 2:5 and 6:9 stop V&D. And that's something that will be really useful if you don't want to have to stack filters. Some graduated NDs round out the update, and I think this is going to be a great step forward for users of the Basecamp system. So today, like I said, we're going to check out a few of the new filters that came out, specifically the blue Morphic and the 2 new Mist filters. Now we'll start with this one here. This one is called the blue Morphic. Now this filter is going to sit in the same area of the matte box where the circular polarizer would go. You could leave it by itself or stack it with other filters if you like in order to create unique effects. Now the way this filter works is light passes through the blue element, which essentially diffuses that light source in a specific manner based on where the element is positioned. It gives you this flaring effect that you can see here. You can also change the orientation of the flares by turning the dial on the matte box. I personally prefer them to be horizontal, but could see being able to move them around useful in order to capture certain effects. I also think it looks best with more of a direct pointed light source versus something more broad, such as these pavo tubes. I think it starts getting a little weird looking when using something like those, but that's just my opinion. Either way, I think it's a super cool thing to have in your bag, and as long as it's used with a touch of restraint, it could really add something different and visually interesting to your footage. So next up, let's take a look at the new Mist filters. I'm pretty excited about these ones. We have regular Mist and Heavy Mist, and like I said before, there are also a couple of variable versions as well that will eliminate the need to stack glass if that's something you really don't want to do. So why would we want to add diffusion filters into the mix? Using filtration, specifically diffusion, is going to add an entirely new look to your footage. It's going to take the edge off of the digital look by softening it and give it a much smoother roll-off of the harsh highlights. It can give a smoothing effect at times that can help give skin a more pleasing appearance. And focal length will affect the level of diffusion visible, so it's nice to have multiple filters available to help maintain a consistent look. Now I could see using the Heavy Mist filter to help achieve some kind of dreamy or angelic look. Definitely a nice tool to have. Another thing I like about using diffusion filters is the halation or the bloom effect you'll see around the light sources within the scene. The highlights kind of bleed into the blacks, which result in what some people say help achieve a more filmic look. I personally think less is more when it comes to this sort of thing and would probably stick with the regular Mist filter for the majority of the time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. For me, someone who has wanted to experiment with filtration, matte boxes, and more specifically diffusion, this system makes a lot of sense. I think the cost is reasonable when you think about what you're actually getting and compare it to the other options out there. The excellent build quality, ease of use, and PolarPro's unique filter design makes me pretty confident that all of this stuff would last a lifetime. So thank you PolarPro for giving me a chance to try this stuff out. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And if you're interested in trying some diffusion filters but don't want to spend $700 on an entire system, don't forget about the second edition Mist V&Ds they have as well. They're made from the exact same glass as the standard Mist filter, give you a ton of convenience, and run about $250 each. Anyway, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Kris. See ya.